Thank you for clicking play on this Military Family Appreciation Month video with Share Omaha. I'm excited to be here today with Kate of Wounded Warriors Family Support. Thanks for joining me for this conversation.
Thank you, Katie, for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Can you tell me a little bit about the work of the Wounded Warriors Family Support?
I sure can. That's what I'm here for. So I have been with the organization for about 17 years, and we were just kind of a pass the hat mom and pop kind of organization. It was founded by Colonel John Folsom when he was in Iraq. He was actually a medvac helicopter pilot. So when he was transporting the injured into the hospital in Germany, once they cut those soldiers' clothes off, they had no clothes, they had no comfort items. Back in those days, it was calling cards and laptops. And so Colonel went back to his unit and said, hey, we got to do something for the hospital. They have no sheets, linens, things like that. And so he took up kind of a distribution for the hospital, but found it very difficult to give those type of donations to the hospital without being a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So we've evolved for the last 20 years. I'm now the CEO and president, took over about 3 years ago, and we are doing fabulous things for combat wounded families, and we're excited to tell you about all of that as well.
For this Military Family Appreciation Month, what do you most want people watching to know?
I want a lot of people to know that don't forget who served for us. Don't forget that they took a bomb for us. They stepped in on an IED, or they pulled a door open. And, you know, these men, primarily they were men that went into that line of combat in that year. Their lives have changed dramatically. A lot of them enlisted at, say, 18 years old. The average age was 22. And now, you know, they're 20 years into their injuries. And we work with, in one particular program for Mobility is Freedom, we work with only veterans that are missing limbs. And so these men have been blasted. Not only have they missing limbs, but they're also blasted internally. A lot of them have traumatic brain injuries, and a lot of their medical challenges really prevent them from getting out of the house and, you know, doing things that would normally do. One would be like driving a car.
What support do you need from the community to address the needs of the people that you're working with?
So I can tell you, with the Mobility is Freedom, it was designed because a lot of the veterans were being denied their mobility allowance from the VA. And the VA allowance back in time was $25,000. It has never changed in all these years. You cannot buy a vehicle for a combat wounded veteran for $25,000. They're in the upwards of $60,000, especially with the latest increases in the last 3 years. But the reason why that vehicle is so important, because it has to hold this modified equipment that could be chair lifts, it could be a ramp. There's so many different hand controls and things that our veterans need. And as they age, their medical needs only get worse. Their injuries only get worse. They don't get better. And so having even a vehicle equipped for them to drive for, say, the next 3 to 5 years, a lot of them will be confined to wheelchairs at some point in their lives. So we do modify it for the future for them too. But it's so costly. So I would just say, if anybody has deep pockets, or you have businesses and you really like what we're doing, please come talk to us, get involved, because we're hands-on. We're going to grant a vehicle next week, and this is the 5th one we've done with this foundation, and they really believe in what we're doing, and you can actually see, talk, and understand exactly what the vehicle means to our veterans and their families.
Kate, thank you for your work. Is there anything else you want to share with people watching today?
I just want everyone to know that we are not considering ourselves a big organization by any means, but we can't complete a mission that we're doing to help these veterans, to give them direct support and give them a different quality of life because of the medical equipment or the things that we can provide for them through the American public. We're funded by the American people, and so we understand that you believe in what we're doing. We're good stewards of your money, and we just really hope that you'll go to our website and just look at what we do. And if you like it, join our mission.